Hi, FB community, all the members here. Welcome to the Philippine Home-based Virtual Assistants FB community. I was just doing my live on YouTube. Apparently, I got disconnected. So when I was uploading the video that I just did, I thought it's recording, and it was not. Oh my goodness. Well, that's the meaning of being live. You know, technology will bring you down sometimes. So I will just be doing live here, and then I will be uploading the video that I did here, that I'm going to do here rather, and put it on YouTube so that everybody can still see it or view it after a while. How are you all guys doing? How's your 2020 celebration? I hope everybody has 10 fingers still. I do hope. Tigas na lang na ulo natin if we keep still following on what we want to do. I believe that firecrackers were no longer, I mean, it was strictly enforced this year, and I'm so happy. Medyo konti lang yung mga na-aksidente for that, and that's something that we don't want to see, no? And how are you all doing? I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Please join me if you're here with me. The topic that I was talking about a while ago, I thought I was, all the while I was recording. Stupid me. How serious are you to become a VA? So that's the topic I did for the YouTube live, and I want to also do it here so that when I upload this video on YouTube, it has the same content. Anyways, from YouTube Live, everybody, this is the community that I am managing. This is the Philippine Home-based Virtual Assistant Home-based community, and this is where most of the members are following through some of the tips and advices that we post here, and that is the reason why we invite most of the people who wants to join our community, because we certainly provide some assistance in terms of understanding what kind of field or what the VA world is all about, the industry of the virtual assistants. So I believe that there are a lot of people who wants to jump shift from being Happy New Year to you, Miss Netsky. So there are a lot of people who wants to become a VA, and probably one of the list or one of the reasons for your 2020, what do you call that? New Year's resolutions, so called. I don't do any New Year's resolution, but I respect those who do it or who does it and follow through it. And if it is working for you, then that's good. Just continue doing it if it is working for you. Ah, don't call me ma'am. 2020 na, please don't call me ma'am. I don't really want to be addressed as ma'am. You can call me Tiny, Dolores, whatever it is, but just don't call me or address me as ma'am, coach, or mentor. I really don't need those titles. Okay, I am just like you. I've also experienced the same thing. Hi, Miss JC. Thank you for joining. I also did experience the dilemma that you have or are experiencing right now, where you want to start working from home, but you just don't know how to begin with or how to start working from home, or where will you begin? Paano ba? 'Di ba? Ganyan naman na madalas. That's why very common yung questions na, how po? Interested, which is I am not a fan of. And that's why in this community, we strictly follow turning off all the commenting in terms of the job post, because we want to teach you guys to really read, learn how to read the instructions, follow through the instructions. Otherwise, if you keep asking the same questions over and over but not understanding what you're reading, it is something that you're learning the wrong way. It's not really teaching you the right way, because you know how to read. Basically, that's why you're asking the question of how po. There's an interest for you to learn how to do this. But if you're not going to follow through the instructions provided by someone who posted like a job post, then the problem is that you will never learn. So you have to learn how to follow instructions, as simple as, if you're applying for a position, then you have to read whatever it is that they're looking for. Just don't submit your resume. So my question for the topic today is, how serious are you to becoming a VA? I believe a lot of people would say, I want to work from home because, I'm really fed up with the traffic. I want to be with my family. These are valid reasons, I would say. And I keep saying it's a valid reason. But then again, it's somehow from reasoning, it's becoming an excuse. an excuse where a lot of people are trying to make it, they want things to be done very quick or very fast. You know, I've been working in a company before for almost 20 years of my career, of my life. And when I decided to become a virtual assistant, I really do not have an idea. And I've been vocal about that. I've been open about that. I have been sharing this information of me time and again. And I have not promised you that, you know, I can teach you everything, anything. Never did I do that, because I'm certain that I myself, I still have a lot of things to learn. What I'm trying to share with you is the experience of, you know, avoiding getting scammed, you know, avoiding the trouble of submitting your resume or whatsoever. And that's where I come in. I guide you, and through the trainings that we have provided here. And mind you, the training that we have created here is something that is not, it's not really money making. Most of the people or the members who've already attended the training from our community can vouch to that, that I am not making, or I'm not ripping off from them, because of the fact that I am a VA myself. I also have a client. Hi Bryce, happy new year, thank you for joining. Bryce Walsh here is correct me if I'm wrong, the general manager for 24/7 Global Support. He's one of the partners that we have here in the community, and I'm very thankful to them because they've trusted us, the advocacy that we're doing. Like what I was saying a while ago, it's not really a money making that I intend to do in this network, in this community, because of the fact me becoming, or I myself, I am a VA myself. I know how difficult it is. I really know the challenges that you are experiencing because I've been through that. I know how difficult it is to get a job or to get a client, but certainly I have been very clear with one thing when I started as a VA. I did not look at myself as a freelancer. So that's one goal. I did not want to become, I chose not to become a freelancer, because there's a difference being a freelancer and being a work from home, or not an individual contractor. I would say, because there are staffing agencies, and one of that is the 24/7 Global Support. So if you apply or work with an outsourcing agency or a staffing agency, you will be certain that if your qualifications are really good and you can really pass through all their hiring or vetting process, then you will be in a good hand. That's one thing that I can assure you with, because of the fact that um, they will be taking care of you. They will make sure that you have a client that will match your skill sets. And if your attitude is really good, your performance is really good as a VA, then you will continuously have a client. You will always be endorsed. That's what I experienced as a VA. So that's one thing for me. I love working through an outsourcing or a staffing agency because of that reason. I don't need to go out and look for a client for my own, or you know, that's very difficult. One thing that's very difficult, because I'm not saying all of the clients are like this. You may experience some, like, you know, they will hire you and they will ask for you for them. They will ask you to work for them, and then eventually they will ghost out from you and you cannot see them, and you're not going to get paid. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but certainly there are some who are doing that. And that's one thing that we're trying to avoid from this community as much as we can. There's no guarantee that you will not experience it from here, because there are a lot of people as a member here. There are 69,000 or so members. That's why we're very strict in terms of posting the job post here. We're very strict in terms of allowing a certain job post without information of their company, without, you know, we don't allow those. We don't approve those posts. That's why there's a lot of pending posts that we have at the back end, because they don't follow through our regulations. So if you don't follow through our regulations, then certainly you cannot see your post here. We want to make sure that we provide the members the right information when they are trying to apply for you guys, especially the outsourcing or companies who are hiring, and as well as you. We want to make sure that the candidates are clear with what they're going to apply for. So it's serving both purpose, not just from your end, but also from the end of those applicants. Now, from the applicant's perspective, let me reiterate this to you. Time and again, I've been saying this over and over again, and I just opened it with a message like a while ago. Learn to read. There are posts that's from coming from different companies with all bold letters and saying, please learn how to read. And that's really, for me, that's really disgusting for me to see. I feel like Filipinos are tend to just ask questions but never understanding what they're reading. So if these posts are coming in like in that way, meaning to say they've been experiencing it from all different groups, and I would say yes. And that's why we made it a practice here to turn off all commentings, because I am also fed up seeing the same question over and over again being asked. How po, interested, where to apply, where in fact all of the details are already there, posted, and you can really read it as clear, as clear as it is. But then again, because we want to be spoon fed, that's not an attitude of a VA. As a VA, you have to really be, what do you call this? You have to be proactive, not reactive. You also have to find ways how to resolve something rather than being provided to you. And through my experience, that is something that we have learned. We will be given something, even if I'm not familiar with, I have to discover and I have to learn how to resolve this or how to work on this, how to figure this out. That's what a VA does. We have to figure out something for our client because the client doesn't have time to figure out how to work this out. Both of you can discover that eventually, but sooner or more, the client will rely on you to help them understand what this tool is all about, what this software is all about. It's really something that they need to rely on you. So if these simple things you cannot do, what are the things else you will do, right? So as simple as sending a resume. A lot of people complains that, I sent a resume or I sent my application, but I have never heard any feedback from them or whatsoever. The tendency is we keep not blaming, but the thing is we keep on pointing our fingers to others, thinking that they did something wrong, but we never reviewed or assessed ourselves. What have I done? Have I done something wrong? Did I do it the right way? Did I follow through the instructions? Why am I not hearing from them? These are questions that probably you keep asking yourself because you have sent probably hundreds of applications, but you've never heard anything from them. Are you not aware that there's such a thing as, assessment? You have to assess yourself. Are you doing the right thing? Did they said that you put a title as, a subject title, applicant or candidate for this particular position? Did you check on doing that? If you did that, you should have a checklist. That's what I'm trying to say. Read accordingly, and then once they say, okay, you apply with this code, blah blah blah, you just get a pen and a paper, write down what they're looking for, write down the qualifications or the requirements they need. And before you submit everything, make sure that you're following through it as according to the checklist that you have created based on what you have saw. So once you see that, okay, they say that I need to put a title, this is the title, okay, check. My resume should match whatever it is that the job description that they need for from me. That's also something that you have to look for, or you have to review. Maybe you're using a resume that you have used from previous application and never tweaked it and never changed it just because you want to send it out. So these are very small things for you maybe, but for those who are reviewing the resume whatsoever, this is very crucial because they certainly would identify that these people did not read anything that we have posted. So you have to level up. 2020 na. hopefully a lot of you, I've created a YouTube channel, and after this FB Live, I will be uploading this in the YouTube channel. So a lot of people still can watch it if they go to our channel. But basically, you, the members of this community, and every day we have been adding a lot of new members. This is the community that doesn't ask too much from you, but we ask for you to learn. We ask for you, we push you, we encourage you to learn. If this is something that you really want to do, if this is something that you are motivated to do, you have to push yourself also to understand what kind of an industry is this. You may be a freelancer, you may want to work with an outsourcing agency. That's really up to you, that's your choice. I'm not saying that just do this. No, I'm giving you the liberty to choose where you want to be, or what you want to be, a freelancer or you want to work with a company. If you're a freelancer, you manage everything on your own. But if you're working through an outsourcing agency or a staffing agency, someone will help you and manage your everything, as long as there's a big but there. As long as you passed all the vetting processes that they need, and you have passed through the preliminary whatever, then and you pass the final interview, then you can be part of that staffing or outsourcing agency. But then again, review whatever it is that you are doing right now. If you keep failing or not even hearing anything from them, not even a feedback or saying thank you, then there's probably a big problem from your end. So don't just point your fingers to them, but review the process that you also do. Let me just read some of the comments here. Bryce, well, you do a great job, Dolores, with the way you run this community. Oh, thank you, Bryce. Thank you. I'm blushing. Thank you. It's a tough job to get back to everyone when a job post goes out. We get a minimum of 50 or more applications for each post. See, that's really a challenge also for hiring managers. Now, if we are candidates and asking for them to give us a feedback, I did this also when I was a part of an HR team. I do screening of applications whenever we do a job post. I handle the screening of the resume. I look for keywords. If that keyword is not in the resume, keywords, not keyword. If those keywords are not in the resume, I put that resume in the archive just to let you know, because it's going to waste my time. First, it's telling me that you did not read the entire job posting. You did not address what we're looking for, and certainly you did not follow the instructions. So that's how crucial it is for us who's doing the reviewing, because if we're receiving, like Bryce says, they receive 50, sometimes 100. How can we manage to read all of this? So that's why I we also have our own checklist what to look into it. And if other companies are using HRIS system or HRI system, a human resources software tool, who reads, it's an AI who scans your resume, and this software will only, probably they have keywords also that they set already. Now it's already a default. And if the AI doesn't read any of the keywords from your resume, it will also goes to junk. So that's how crucial it is if you're not going to upscale yourself. That's why in the training that we provide in the community, we help you understand how important to write your resume, to create your resume the right way. Okay? See, I just mentioned it. Bryce says, we've just put more automation in place to get back to everyone. That's correct, because, um, handling an application, candidates sometimes they're so impatient. That's what I can say. They feel like they're entitled for a feedback. Come on, guys, if you're in the position of a hiring manager, let's put it this way. You're a hiring manager. Let's say you are the candidate, but I'll put it the other way. And now you're the hiring manager. You are looking for a singer. Your job posting is for a singer who has been singing in bar or club or what, lounges, something like that. And I submitted my application to you, my resume to you, as a dancer. Will you even go back to me and say, hi, thank you for your application, blah, 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 blah? Just That's just a very easy question. Will you go back to me and say, thank you for submitting your application, blah, 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 blah? I don't think someone in the right mindset would even go back and say thank you for submitting, unless it's automated, then you can receive that. But if it is not automated yet, I would not even waste my time sending back an email to you to give you the feedback and say thank you for sending your resume, because in the first place we're looking for singers, not dancers. How come you're submitting your application as a dancer when in fact I'm looking for a singer who works from a bar or lounge, whatever, and it doesn't fit the qualification? Are you getting my point? So if you're really serious in becoming a VA, you really have to develop yourself to become a VA. Make yourself VA ready. Oh, diba? That's why we called our training program the VA Ready. It may not give you everything that you need, but it will help you understand what you need to be, how you need, or how to become, rather, how to become a VA. Because if you're not properly guided and you're going to step into this industry with no knowledge at all, it's going to be difficult. We don't promise you that you would earn too much, you would earn six figures. I cannot promise that because I am not the one providing you the job. I am just here to guide you how you can be able to start up or to kickstart your career as a VA. Then it's up to you. If you want to earn six figures, I don't really mind. I mean, you can do that by, I don't know how you will do it, but the thing is, I really don't mind about that as long as you're doing it the right way. So if that's something that you're really looking forward to, and if that's how serious you are to become a VA, then you have to also give time to yourself to learn. Push yourself to learn things. Maybe there are things that you already know, but there are things that you still need to know. Okay? So that's just one thing that we want to say. Ryan J. Castellar, hello. Is there a red flag that you should watch out for when looking for a client? Yes, there are red flags that you should. This is especially for direct clients. Again, pardon if I may say this, but not all clients are like that. There are clients who are really, they have their own legit businesses. The red flags that you may see if they're promising you too much, like for example, you have the guts that would tell you, why am I going to earn too much? Where in fact I have no knowledge at all. uh, in our teachable, in our learning side, we have that information. But I think as an instinct, whenever someone asks you to pay for something, whenever someone asks you to work without clarity of what you're going to do, and then eventually you're promised that your pay will be received, eventually goes out of you, that's something that's already a red flag. Why would you even consider working with these people? At the start, if you're familiar with the processes of how hiring processes are done, you should also feel that, okay, the process is too quick. They just sent me a message and then they're asking things from me that I don't think it should be given. So you should be thinking twice before giving any information that you feel like it should not be asked of you. So these are red flags already. But if you're working with legit businesses or staffing or outsourcing agencies, these are companies who hire qualified VAs. I would reiterate it again, qualified VAs. Then they would have processes in place that you feel comfortable dealing with because you're familiar. Okay, this is how it goes. This is really how the process is. Maybe it's a longer version of the process because we are all working virtually. The only thing that they can vouch for our personalities, they also have to do character reference check from our previous clients or companies, just to make sure they're hiring the right person. And even in companies that we apply for here in the Philippines, they also do background checks. So those are the things that we follow through as well. Okay, so I hope that helps, Ryan. Bryce, he said, very valid point there. It's so important to read what the client is looking for and make sure that the job is appropriate and matches most of your skill and experience set before you apply. Certainly. And that's what I have been reiterating time and again. But sometimes, people don't tend to listen. We have to practice the communication skills and the listening skills. That goes together. I myself, I would say there are times that I also tend to forget to listen properly. But over the years, as you grow older, you learn from your mistakes. You would try to realize, oh, I didn't see that much, I didn't listen to that, or I didn't read that properly. So from there, you're developing your skills to make it better, because you want to create a better you know let's not just aim to earn dollars. The mindset of others is just, I want to earn more. I want to earn, because when you work from home, it's all dollars. Yes, it's a perk, it's a benefit, it's a reward, I would say. But then again, please think of it that you're also, it is a career. It is a career that you have to really focus on. It is a career that you have to be professional. Your resume should really look professional. The way you wrote it, your picture, just don't add a selfie picture. I have been reviewing resumes and it hurts. Not hurts. I'm so disappointed when I see resume that are attaching selfies from their phones, because it doesn't look professional. So it also tells me that these people are not serious with what they're doing. So if you are really serious with what you're doing, you will invest time. You will invest um, everything that you feel like will come. You're marketing yourself, guys. You are selling yourself. Of course, you will not buy a shirt for 100 pesos if you think the quality is not valid for 100, unless you feel like you just want to use it for, but this is, you're talking about yourself. We're talking about you, us. You don't want to receive a lower pay, I'm sure. But the way you're doing it, if you're going to ask for a higher pay, and the way you're handling yourself, if I am the one telling you that this is your rate and you're asking me more than what I can give you, my question for you would be, why are you asking me that rate? You don't look, it doesn't seem that you're good for that type of rate you're asking me. So you balance it accordingly. Assess yourself, review whatever it is that you're doing. It doesn't work only for the virtual world. Even if you're applying for other, like, not as a virtual assistant, but if you're applying for, let's say, a sales manager for a company, probably these people, they know what they should be doing. But then again, let's just review our process. The outsourcing companies, the staffing companies, they have their hiring processes that they follow. As an individual, as a candidate, I highly recommend and suggest, create your own processes as well. Your application process. What do you do? Create your own checklist. Follow through and read the instructions. Am I following? Am I doing the instructions they provided from this post? Am I fitting to this position? Does my qualification fit for this position? If it is not, then I won't apply, because if I get into the interview, how will I answer the question? How long have you been doing IT, or how long have you been handling IT? And here comes the crickets. Quick, 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 quick. You cannot defend yourself from that, because you've not done it. So I would suggest, assess your skills and apply only to the position that you feel like you can comfortably work for or work with, because you've been doing that for, let's say, 5 years, 7 years. You know how to handle it. But if it is something new for you, I'm not saying don't apply, but create create some learnings for that. For example, you can attend a particular training. If you want to be a social media manager, then upscale yourself, learn more social media techniques, how to become, or what does social media, what is social media all about. I mean, this is very broad. It's a broad subject. It's not just handling your Facebook personal account. Okay, so that being said, I hope it helps everybody. especially for those who really wants to become a VA. The question I ask is, how serious are you to become a VA? If you're really serious, then you will listen to the tips, to the guidelines or advices that we share from this community, because that's what we aim. We want to create a lot of qualified VAs because we can see that 3 5 years from now, this is going to be the a sought after career for more people who are professional already in their field, because a lot of people can really work from home with the advent of technology. And if they really want to be, they run their own businesses. Mind Think of it that you're doing your own business, or running your own business as a service provider. So you want to create a look for you, a brand for you. So these are the things that you have to also think about yourself as a VA. That's why in our training, we also help you develop that kind of understanding for yourself. Not think of yourself as an applicant. Because if it's going to be helpful if you're thinking of yourself as a business owner, it levels up your type of thinking. Okay. Bryce Walsh, remembering that just like any company, whether it be local, remote, or OFW, correct. Um, let's not be what do you call this? Let's not just let's not waste our time. Your time is valuable, right? You've probably spent a lot of time writing your resume, but your resume doesn't just have to be one resume. um, you really have to update it time and again. I'm sure you're adding skills or you're learning new things, but it doesn't have to be a biography. Okay, so these are things that it may sound simple, it may sound elementary for you guys. Think about it. It's very crucial because this is the first thing that the companies or hiring managers or whatever it is that they will first see. They will know about you, they will see or read about you from your resume because you provided them the information. But if you provided them the wrong information, then certainly they will not even read thoroughly about who you are and what you are, because you're just sending them junk. Okay. When you move to a new company, quite often you have to start at the entry level again and work your way up. Certainly. That's why I think Bryce was mentioning about the rate. Yeah, when I started as a VA, my last position when I was working in a company, I was already in the higher level, in the managerial level. When I started as a VA, I really didn't mind what kind of level is that, because I found out that it's just me, myself, and I, and the company owner or the business owner. So what are you expecting for? I mean, what am I going to expect? Am I going to um, uh, be promoted as a manager, where in fact it's all by myself? I handle everything myself. So I just love what I do, and I opened myself to it, and I prepared myself to it, that I'm not after the position. I'm after the thing, that the tasks that I'm going to be responsible to do, the role that I'm performing, and I will be rewarded once I think that my job, that I'm doing the great job or doing a good job for it. And yes, I did get rewarded. I was rewarded because they can see that I put my heart on it, and I learn things. If they ask me, do you know how to do this, and I just don't say no, I don't know. I really push myself to find out. Give me just one day, I'll discover that. I'll try to figure out how to use this or how to learn this, and I'll get back to you. I don't give them an sorry, but I don't give them a bullshit answer. I don't know. I'm sorry. But if it is something technical, then I tell them honesty. I will just look into it, and when I see that it's not really my turf, I would be honest. I looked into this, but I don't think I can handle this. Maybe we can ask someone who's really into this field and help us create this for us. So that's when I tell them that we have to we ask for help. But I never really did answer my clients with a big no. I will find it first. I will figure it out first. When I think I can do it, I will tell them, I think I can handle this. Just give me enough, a bit 2 days, then I can get back to you and say how these things work. So push yourself also to the point that you think you can handle. If you think you can't, just be honest with your client. You don't have to lie. Oh, I can do these. And then here you are. I can't do it. So don't give false hopes. Okay? An example is an agency we prefer to promote from within, scale up, and train our team and reward those who really want it and work hard to grow and learn. Yay! That's nice, Rice. Yeah, that's it's a reward system, I would say, because they can see agencies can see the way you work. The staffing agencies can see how dedicated are you, and sooner or later they will reward you with a position that they can offer you from within. So instead of becoming a VA, then you can get promoted. Maybe say you're now part of the company itself. The one that who hired you is now you're now part of the team. So that's what happened also to me before, and I'm happy because it shows that they trust you. Okay, so that's the best thing there. once they Once you feel that people trust you, um, money can't buy that. The word trust, no amount of money can buy that. So make your clients trust you, and eventually, again, don't be greedy. If greed is the first thing that motivates you to become a VA, it will not you will not become successful. Yes, you may earn a lot now, but there's no longevity on that, no long-term goals for that or plans for that. We are here looking for long-term um, goals, longevity of work. That's what I aim for. I don't know about you, but that's what I'm trying to teach everybody. Let's not just look for the future now. Let's also look for the future beyond. Okay, so I want to retire, God willing, by 55. I want to enjoy my youth. That's my plan with God's help. I really hope that it happens. So you can also do that. I mean, as a VA, I really enjoyed a lot of things during the holidays. I was able to spend more time, me time, although I was working still for PHP VA, a lot of things happening at the back end. But then again, I can say that I'm here most of the times during the holidays. So those who wants to experience that, don't just think of it, create your goals clearly and make it actionable, smart, specific, measurable, attainable. What's our realistic and time bound? So it has to be that way. Let's not just think of it, I want to spend more time for my family. It's a reward. That's already a perks. But focus on what you think will motivate you to really create a work or a career from home. Okay? So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do hope that you can join us although right now I would say that the expo, the February 29th VA Ready Expo, the registration is almost complete. But I'm just waiting for those who signed up. I'm calling on you guys. For those who signed up to attend the VA Ready Expo, I have sent you an email. Please check your inbox or your spam folder because I have requested for you to click the RSVP to give us the confirmation that you really are attending the event. If until January 5 we don't receive a response from those people who signed up but never responded to my email or not even click the RSVP link, it's already indicating to us, or it's an indication that you are not attending. So we will no longer add your name onto the list, and we will remove you from that list, and we will open the slots to those who are willing to join. Okay, so right now we are closed, but please wait until January 5. If there are more who will not reserve and confirm their reservation, we will remove them on January 6, and we will open these available slots for those who are interested and willing to join and attend the VA Ready Expo on Feb 29th, 2020. You will be hearing from the speakers that we have as partners, not from me, because it's not a training, it's not a workshop. It's more of we have invited our partners, and I'm very grateful that they have supported this event. You're going to hear from them talking about what kind of VAs are they looking for, what types of personalities are they looking for. So it's a more an in-depth discussion of the VA industry, how they hire their VAs. These are outsourcing and staffing agencies who hire qualified VAs that they endorse to their clients. So if you're into that, please wait until January 6th for the final for another information or announcement. Should there be names who does not confirm until January 5? Again, I'm reiterating those who signed up and never clicked and has not clicked the RSVP link yet. Until January 5, if you don't respond to that, we will remove your name from the list and open the slots to those who are willing and interested. Okay, I make it clear. I made it clear for all of you guys. So para maging fair for others. Okay, so again, thank you so much for joining me. Please also visit our YouTube channel, which is the Philippine Home-based Virtual Assistants YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe to our channel. It's our channel, not mine. It's not Dolores Florentino. I host the channel, of course, but it's the Philippine Home-based Virtual Assistants channel, YouTube channel. That's what I named it. Okay, so please visit it and subscribe to it. So and most of the videos that I'm going to do right now will be through YouTube. So I won't do FB live more often, but I would go on YouTube live every Fridays at 11 a.m. so that we can create more videos there and we can upload more videos there. Next week, God willing, Friday at 11 a.m. I will be doing an YouTube live streaming talking about graphic designing tools, right? So please share the link to others who your friends are. Share the YouTube link that we have, the channel that we have, so that your friends who are interested also to learn can also can hear from our or watch our videos. Right? Thank you so much and happy New Year to all of you guys. Thank you, and I really pray that our 2020 will be more peaceful. Good health for everyone and great career for everyone. It's a new journey, it's a new start. So let's all work together. Again, positive thinking, good attitude. That's what we need here. And greed, the greed part, we're not. It's not really welcome here. So thank you so much, guys, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye. Oh wait. There's more here. Okay, Bryce, and share your goals with your client or agency. You'll find that they will want to help you achieve them. Perfect. That's true. I've experienced that. Sadly, my client passed away, so she wasn't able to give me that type of promise that she gave me. She's now resting in peace. Yes, I look forward to your speaker bio, Bryce. Please. Thank you so much for joining. I look forward to your bio, Bryce. Happy New Year. Bye.